I am Komaln and I am going to show you guys how I moved to London. I want to be that person that gives you all the information in one place because that is what I struggled with. These are all the topics we're going to go through today, and I think they'll all be helpful. You know, you can always skip to a section if you don't care about the other sections. So basically, I moved from Georgia in America to London, UK, and I kind of did it on my own with, like, obviously the help of my parents. I better do a little brief on why I chose the UK over the US. Since I was like 11 years old, I was like, I'm gonna move to Italy, I'm gonna move to Italy, I'm gonna move to Italy and live my life there, whatever. That's always been my dream in life. And then I realized that getting an education in Italy isn't the best idea because their educational system is a little bit behind. No offense to anyone in Italy, it is just in comparison. But I was like, okay, but I still want to move across the world. It has always been my dream to do something so big, and like, I can't believe she did that. Like, I can't believe she moved to a different fucking country alone at the age of 18. And I was like, I moved to the UK. I have one of the best high-speed rail systems in the entire fucking world. When I say this shit is amazing, there's no language barrier. It is so diverse. It makes me so happy. A lot of parts of it do give you that New York feel, and I did always love New York. But what I do like about London is that it's very large. So like, you can be on the outskirts of the city. You can be in a different city on the outskirts of the city. The first topic is high school requirements, you know, because school here is so different that it's like, I was so confused on like what I needed. I would say any GPA from like 3.0 to 4.0 or above is good. I know that's a wide range, but genuinely, like, it always just depends on your university you're applying to and all that stuff. Please remember, I am not a college admissions person. Like, I am just a girl that went through the process. So if everything I say doesn't fully align with your opinion or align with your experience in doing this, I am sorry. The first thing I think that really helped me get into college or university here is AP and honors classes. They need to see that. I had 3 AP classes, 2 honors classes, and that was like the minimum for some of the schools that I applied to. Like they really do want to see you taking AP and honors classes because the basic school system in America is not as hard as it is here. So like, when they see that you're taking AP and honors classes, it like shows that you're like, just have at least 3 AP or honors classes. Do extracurriculars that are specifically for what you want to do in college. I did not submit my SAT or ACT scores. You put me in a testing room, bitch, I'm so bad at tests. So I just did not turn in my ACT and SAT scores. I just compensated in that with like honors classes, and like, I just really amped up my personal statement. Here, you don't write an essay on whatever topic you want like you do in America. To get into college, you write something that's called a personal statement, and in that personal statement you kind of write why this major is for you, what you're gonna do with your future with this major, why, like, things you've already done in your life to get yourself to want to study this major. It's all about how you can turn what you're studying into a career, why you love it, just basically that. It doesn't exactly focus on your random life event sob story that you are writing about for your college essay. It really focuses on, do you care about this career you're going into? It's very centered around that, which made me passionate and made me inspired. So do extracurriculars that kind of show that you're interested in your topic. Second topic, how to apply. So you're gonna apply through something called Ucas. Yeah, there is no Common App, but honestly, Ucas is a more chill than Common App. First thing to know about Ucas is you can only apply to 5 at a time, and it's only $5. So that's amazing. In America, everyone goes on college tours, college visits, campus visits. That like isn't really an option here, obviously, because like not everyone has the chance to like fly to London before you move. I would 1,000,000% suggest doing so much research into all the schools you're simply applying to before you apply to them. And I mean, like, watch YouTube vlogs of girls that go there, find Instagram accounts of girls that go there. I'm saying girls because I just would keep finding girls. There are some schools I applied to and I did do much research on them, and I hated them when I visited. Like, I hated them. Ucas is pretty easy to navigate. You will, 1,000,000%, you will need your guardian, your parent, your grandparent, whoever you live with, that like to help you, because I would not have been able to do it without my dad. Like, just like a lot of questions about like, oh, are you this type of social security? Okay, I don't know what that means. I just said that, I don't know. But I just remember some of the questions being very, very confusing to me, and I was like, what the hell is going on? If you are capable of spending a little money on some type of university counselor, university helper, I suggest it 1,000,000%. Now, I was able to get like a university application helper person. This is the company I went through, and oh my god, free promo. This saved my ass because there's so many little questions you have, especially when you're writing your personal statement, like what exactly do you want to put in it. It was very, very helpful to have someone from here that could like edit and help me and do all of that. I think I paid around $200 in all, which is very, very good. 1,000,000% worth of money. Let's say you apply to all your schools and you're in. You will usually get an unconditional offer. I don't think we have this in America. You're gonna get an unconditional offer from a lot of your universities. I got that, and it's basically like, yes, you got in, but we have to see your final grades. And I was like freaking out, right? Because I'm like, okay, it's March. I only have 5 unconditional offers. Yeah, low-key flex, got into all my schools. I was freaked out because I was like, okay, it's March, I'm about to graduate high school, and I only have an unconditional offer and I have to wait for my final grades, right? But do not worry, because they're only gonna take away your offer if like your grades go to all like 5 are Fs, like, and that's usually not gonna happen in a span of like 3 months. You'll just have to get your diploma from your school with the school seal on it. Now, I had a little bit of an issue with this because my school office hours, like the school was closed by the time the diplomas came, and I had to like contact a bunch of people. So make sure you talk to like your principal or your assistant principal or someone like that before the school closes for the year. So once you get your unconditional offers and you like kind of decided on a school, you just need to submit your diploma with your school seal approval on it. And yeah, tuition for UK residents is $9,000 a year. Tuition for international students, if I'm not wrong, is $14,000 a year. It might be $12,000 a year at some schools. We'll go with that range, 12 to 14K. Around there is what I'm paying. That's like one of the huge reasons I wanted to go to school here, because I was like, the education system is very good here and I can travel, and that shit's not gonna cause me debt for the rest of my life. So if you need a reason to move here, there it is. What documents / tests do you need to attend school in the UK? This is an important and big question. Now, let's say you got into your school. This is when the school will have people to help you when it comes to like your visa, your documentation, all that stuff. Your university will always have like a page for international students. You're gonna need your student visa, you're gonna need a passport, and then once you move here, you're gonna get a resident card. It's called a BRP. A BRP is a biometric residence permit. It shows that you are a temporary resident of the UK. To start off with this, I would search up the name of your school plus the word student visa. So I just searched up Westminster student visa. It has an entire page on visa eligibility, visa requirements, a million questions that you probably have in your head. You're not in this alone. Your university will have all these resources and they will walk you through the process. Next topic, housing. When it comes to housing and cost of living, it is known that London is very expensive, but the amazing thing is a sweet little thing called student accommodation. Now, student accommodation will save your money, save your ass. 2K a month for an apartment, no thank you. Student accommodation is basically, think of an apartment building, but only students are allowed to live in it. And in this only students building, it can be a student from literally fucking anywhere. Like a student from Scotland could be living in one in London right now. Do you know what I mean? Like, it is very much like any student can live there. Any age too. But they are made to be a lot more affordable. A huge misconception that even I had was like I had to be right next to campus, which is like not the case at all, because the tube is here, which I'm going to do an entire video on just how to live in the UK in general. You know, I'm gonna go over tube, I'm gonna go over the doctor, I'm gonna go over all of that type of stuff. You do not need to be close to campus. So let's say your school is in central London, which is gonna be very expensive accommodation, but you don't want to pay those like prices. You can get student accommodation that's like a few city or a few little towns away, and it'll be a lot cheaper, and you just have to take a 20-minute ride to school in the morning, you know? So that is a huge thing. They have all these different styles of rooms in this one building. It'll have studio apartments, it'll have flat shares, it'll have shared bedrooms. American dorm style rooms are not really a thing here. Even the on-campus housing are all separate private rooms. Flat shares is what I live in. Accommodations are boy and girl shared. I hope you're ready for that. You're only sharing a kitchen, so it's not that big of a deal, but I just hope you're ready for that. That is a thing that is like not common in America, like boy girl sharing in dorm hallways and stuff like that. But yeah, my building, I got lucky. It's 5 people sharing one kitchen, which is very nice. I know a lot of the nicer buildings have 10 people sharing a kitchen, and I was like, you know what, that building may be really nice, but I'm not about to share a kitchen with 10 people. Meeting people, making friends. Okay, now this is going to be extremely difficult. You're going to feel extremely lonely in the beginning, but in my opinion, you need to go through that. You have to put yourself out there. Now, what I did, the biggest thing, the reason I am where I am today, is I joined so many Facebook groups. Search up your school plus freshmen, your school plus your course, anything. I met a lot of my friends through this one random Facebook group. It was like university freshers, and then like a few girls were like, hey, let's make our own little WhatsApp group chat, and I was like, sure. I literally don't know these people, and I joined, and now me and some of the girls are really good friends. Same thing for my accommodation building. I found a group on, I think it was on Instagram or Snapchat, I don't know how I found it, but as long as you try, you'll find these groups, and now I have a bunch of friends that live in my building. So it's all about just like searching up a few group chats on Facebook and you will find it. I literally had to make a Facebook profile for this, and now I don't have a Facebook profile anymore. Staying in accommodation is also a great way to make friends. Flat share might seem scary, but for the most part you will make some really good friends here because you are forced to share a kitchen with random people and they will become your best friends or your enemies. I have had both experiences. This video has taken a casual turn because we are on the last topic. How did this affect your mental health? Was it very hard? Was it very easy? It was very hard. First 2 weeks I was here, I bawled my eyes out like every single day. I refused to move into my really cute room, by the way. It was so hard to leave my parents. They flew out with me to help me move in. We flew out 2 weeks before school started because there's a lot of paperwork you have to do. Once you get here. I was like heartbroken. I was so sad. I was so scared. I was so lonely. I didn't know anyone. I felt like a lost puppy all the time. I would say, what do you expect? I mean, you're moving to a new country as an 18-year-old. That is the outcome. But after those 2 weeks of hell were over, guys, I just started loving it. I started falling in love with the place. Yes, it'll be so hard in the beginning. Any type of move is really hard in the beginning. You know what I mean? Especially when you're moving to such a culturally different place. You need to remember the reason you're here, whether it is to travel, whether it is for a good education, whatever it is, and just focus on that and make that the best thing ever. If you're having a hard time, do not worry. After the first day of school, my dad was waiting for me outside the train station. I was just bawling. I didn't have any friends at school. I just felt so lonely. I was like, I didn't know who was around me. It was horrible. I now have best friends at school that I'm so excited to see every day. I love Mondays. I love going to see my friends at school. And that says something. So I am telling you, you just have to give it a chance. You have to wait more than 3 weeks. Anyways, my main advice is take it day by day. Find little things that make you happy. Create your own life here. You know, you don't need to be dependent on making new friends, and all of that stuff will come naturally. Every morning, go get a coffee, or every Sunday, do your groceries and buy things to make your coffee every morning. Do little things. Those are just things I did. Do little things that create a routine, that make you feel like you belong here, that make you feel like you live here. Yeah.